about it.
Oh, here we go.
Well, I mean, what's not to love? It's my life.
Way of life.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You talking to me?
Hey, all right, I'm back after falling off of the off of my Earth. Fell off of my Earth for a week, maybe a week and a half, right? You know, that's one difficult thing when difficult for me when there's something you want to do, and maybe you're waiting for the right creative spurt, the right urge, the right feeling, you know, the right time. It ain't always the right time. And all that caca. You know, you'll overthink things, or you're busy doing some other stuff. Well, right now, you know, I ate dinner, I watched my wrestling, I did all my own personal geeky stuff. I'm tired, but I sat on the floor like a grown boy, and I was playing my video game. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Let's pause this. And it's not that easy either. I had to wait for about 3 minutes of dialogue to hurry the hell up so I can mute the sound of my game and do this. Otherwise, you'd hear some music in the background. If you're curious, it's a little like this. All right, anyway. So now that we're here, welcome back. Hi. Episode 3 with me. Hi, I'm Jason. If you have no idea what the hell's going on, I talk to myself, and I'm trying to find a routine, a shtick. I've been writing little things ever since last time. Most of them are dreams. Don't know if you guys ever remember your dreams or how crazy your dreams are, if you care to pay attention to your dreams, if you tell your friends your dreams, if you believe in your dreams. Don't know what you do about that. Mine are interesting. I like dissecting them. I love myself. That's pretty much what it comes down to, right? I'm just me talking to me. But we like, I'll just hit you off at the beginning of my notes, really, before I start spattering about dreams, however long that may go. But I mean, like, my note number 1 from last week is OCD repeatedly checking the door after my buzzer rang for only a split second. I live in an apartment building, 13th floor. Feel free to stalk me. But occasionally, I know people do this shit all the time in, like, the hood, whatever, apartment buildings in general. They'll just hit a bunch of random buttons just to get inside, right? So, primary thought, great. But I'll be doing something else, like whether I'm watching TV or jumping rope things that people do, right? Pass the time. And I'll hear a, little doo-doo-doo-doo. It doesn't sound anything like that. I failed at making a buzzer sound. Would you rather hear like a more irritating sound? So the buzzer buzzes, rings, rattles, whatever. And I go any and everywhere between like paranoid, excited, curious, confused, because I'm like, who the fuck? Especially if I'm not expecting anything or anyone. And with this comes extreme distraction, because my crackhead little ass, unshowered, depending on what I'm doing, maybe sweaty, I'll just keep checking the door. I'll look through the little peephole, If it's quiet and no one's out in the hallway, I'll open the door. I'll take a look. I'll listen. I'll wait. I got problems, I don't know if that's loneliness. It could be loneliness, right? Or just OCD. If it's OCD, I don't know what to call it. But my point is, if you knock on my door and you don't show up, I'm probably gonna keep checking. Probably gonna. I will keep checking. It's very likely I'll keep checking. So whatever that condition, issue, desperation is, fucking always gets me. Always. It happened twice in the last week. One time while I was jumping rope, like I said, the other time was just hella random, and I was like, huh? And yeah, just, I need closure, okay? Don't tease me. Other than that, moving on, very, very, very early last week, I was scrolling through Instagram, as I do, because I don't have much other source of social media. Snapchat's kind of hoey. The people who do post a lot, I never really check their shit, really. And all the other, like, what are they? Sponsored media stuff, like, from different brands. I don't know, like the suggested shit underneath the people you know. It's usually all caca. Every now and then I'll check it and they'll catch me. I think I'm always a sucker for a thirst trap. They'll catch me. You show a big old sweaty, oily booty. Both. Show firm, curvy lumps. I'm there. You know? Every now and then maybe, like video game news, but whatever, it's all caca. Just Snapchat, go eat a dick. Filters are cute. Don't really use them, you know? And maybe because I get too into my head, I think, well, whoever does use Snapchat knows that I sat there and played with these filters today. Granted, I think most people I know have a whole library of saved photos and just, you know, depending on the day, just pluck one out, the old gallery. Throw that bitch out there. It's always cool to see people who I don't really talk to anymore who somehow travel a lot, I guess, you know? People are skiing and going to Paris. Fucking, yeah. Let's stop. So moving on. Instagram, yeah. I fail at Twitter. I'm not cool. I'm not a cool kid. Not at all. I don't know what to tweet. Like, I'll tweet about wrestling like once in a month. I don't know, I'll like some stuff. I'll try not to like a whole bunch of half-naked people, because Twitter seems to be lawless with that shit. There's just... You want to see some boobies and dong, go right along to Twitter. It's there. If you want to not load up a porn site. Or maybe no one knows your handle. I guarantee you, you're going to find some boobies and dong over on Twitter. If you're into that type of thing. I still have an old school Tumblr account. Definitely not as good as it used to be. R.I.P. Tumblr. Anyway, it's IG, right? Facebook. Fuck you. Yeah, so I'm scrolling and whatever. I'm not too sure what the algorithm is, depending on what you like, what you bookmark. I don't know if anyone else bookmarks things. I do. Do I ever go back on my bookmarks? Maybe like once every 75 bookmarks. Maybe. I screenshot things more than anything. Do I go back on my screenshots? Not really. I try to. If I could only find the time to organize my screenshots into folders and present them, that'd be fab. Speaking of organizing, dude, I just organized my Google Drive, sort of, and that took me like over an hour. And there's so much more I gotta organize. I gotta organize my socks. Just saying. Shit takes time. Life. Whatever. OCD. I guess it's not non-existent. It must be desperation. So I'm flipping through IG shit. And I've discovered, by mistake, are the Ninja Turtles dead? They're all dead? I don't know if it's an alternate reality or what, but they're all dead, I guess. I saw one post that said, poor Mikey, ever since he lost his friends. I'm like, what? And he's like looking really emo and dark, and like Leo, Donatello, Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael are surrounding him as ghost, like shadowy, dead folk. Since when? I don't know. I'm curious. Have I looked it up? Nope, haven't. But do I see it? Yep, I see it. I see dead Ninja Turtles. And Michelangelo's gone dark, and he's got all the weapons. This guy is a one-man turtle. He's not a turtle murderer. He's a one-man, he's a turtle. He is... I'm running out of ways to describe this, but I think you understand. So that was a big shocker for me. The fuck was that? I don't know if you heard that. It sounded like someone dragged a steel couch on the floor. But I'm probably coming down from a sugar crash too. I had a lot of food. Let's just keep it at that. I was hungry. I'm fed. Except I tend to dig into sugar after my meals. So not actually like in a bag of sugar. I'm not like a bizarre sugar cokehead. Like, but I like popsicles. Not the phallic ones. If you're thinking of fucking, no, I'm not slobbing popsicles. I like the 100% fruit ones. I get what's this brand? I don't even know what the brand is called. It's I'm looking for the popsicle stick in the trash from here if I can. I don't think it's called Sunshine. Anyway, I'm hooked on popsicles. I'm trying to chill out. Again, big kid here. I got tangerine flavor. I was like, what? Tastes like creamsicle. I hate creamsicle, as a child at least. Now, I think I like it. At least I like these. They're tangy. Tangy and sweet. I'm trying to not OD on sugar, though, at this time. It's 10:50 p.m. right now. And I've got a quarter of a Gatorade down. I definitely discussed freezing juices a week ago or something. Hold on. All right, that's me trying to hydrate myself. Cause I'm working hard. But yeah, sugar. I had two, back to back, and I was cold, but then I put on a hoodie and some socks. Now I'm too warm, but I'm so warm that I want another popsicle. It's a vicious cycle. Rough. It's rough out there. I recommend those though. If you're down for some fruity frozen deliciousness, I hope the brand is called Sunshine. There's another brand that's organic, which oddly enough is like $1 cheaper, but you get like 2 less popsicles in the box. Not working out, and they're smaller. Like the mass, like the actual quantity on the stick, the sickle on the pop, to less. Doesn't even taste that good. Fuck it. Fuck the organic brand. I'd like a variety box though. That'd be cool eventually. Back to Ninja Turtles. My tongue is getting lazy. I'm definitely crashing from sugar. Yeah, Mikey, bro. Whatever. R.I.P. Turtles. Shout out to Mikey. Yo, spoiler alert. Ninja Turtles are dead. So, other than that, I've got a lot of notes here about dreams. So before I get to those, let's pick it apart. Men's underwear. Are you a male? Do you wear underwear? You don't have to check off both of those boxes. Just, this is about underwear, right? I don't know if you've seen or heard. Let's rewind. What kind of underwear are you familiar with? I wear boxer briefs. Did you ask? Doesn't matter. There's the old school tighty whities, typical briefs, and the old V cut, with the little peeper up front, right? Boxer briefs got similar. Boxers have the old the button. I don't want to fucking. What's with a button? This isn't a shirt. Just saying. Not a fan of boxers either. They're okay, but I guess they bunch up. You think they wouldn't, but they do. Unless you're wearing like those super slick, silky types, and that's like none of that seems cohesive. Is that the right word? Like proper for a potential hot day, whether it's the front or back. Just doesn't sound good. Not a good match. Bonkers. Anyway, I'm all down for the cotton, bro. But do you know about that other material? Like, if you've heard advertising ever, if you listen to any podcast or I don't know whatever it is you do, there's another material called modal. I think it's like 8 times softer than cotton is the pitch line. I don't know if it is or not, but it still feels kind of like that wicking BS material. It feels like that by hand, but when it's on your stuff, it's not bad. It's not bad. Because I got me some Calvin Kleins with this material. Not trying to brag. Just saying, I only bought 1 pack. So, shit's expensive. But, it feels nice. I dig it. I dig it. These Calvin's boxer briefs. Coincidentally, like, for my dong, there's it's not particularly a pocket, but it does feel like it was not pre-worn. But it was, something there is different. And my dong just sits right there, right in the center. Might jiggle or jangle later, but when I first put them things on, bam, fits. Fantastic. That's not really a complaint though. What I'm a little creeped out by Don't know why this accent done kicked on here, but the fact of the matter is that there's some other underwear out there coming out trying to be special, different, revolutionary of some sort. I don't know. And they've got pockets. They've got a ball pocket and they got a dong pocket. You could separate them. Looks weird. Nor do I want my balls in a pocket. I don't know. Probably change my mind in the future. But hey, if you want to hook me up some pocketed underoos, let me know. I'll PayPal a motherfucker. That was, yeah, in and out, right? In and out. We touch base with the ruse and we go. Sudden confession. I shaved my legs. Not really. I kind of did. I'm talking about my dong. I don't know. What do you call your? Do you hear my chair? By the way, I'm moving around and my chair's like this pleather. It's fucking. I'm adjusting myself right now. Okay, so talking about my dong. Kind of shaved my legs. I did my legs before I did my dong. I don't know. My thighs were like super fuzzy, and I haven't been. I'm not sure where to take this next sentence, like how to deliver it. I haven't been banging. I haven't been boning. I ain't knocking any boots. I'm not nude lately for any ladies, you know. But I'm looking at my thing, and it's typically in control. I'm not over here like trying to let you know about a weed whacking process, but I'm looking at my legs, and I just tried something new. And what I did is this TMI? Whatever. You're here. You know? Welcome. So I took my old electric, you know, and by the way, do this in dryness. Do not do this in moisture unless you got like a fancy Manscaped or something, which by the way, feel free to hook me up with that too. So granted, I still did this in the shower, just without water to start. I'm telling you the process here in a very broken apart way. So what I've done once before, and I tried to redo, was I would trim right from, I can't say waist down because I'm not hairy like a fucking, I'm not a wolf, you know. But I would go from like thigh. Is it thigh? We'll go from thigh to knee, but not too far down the knee because then it looks weird. It looks like you did half. A partial. It looks very evident something's fishy. Then if you think about it, you did see me naked. Bro, why is there more hair below your knee than above your knee? And this time it was more evident than ever. I don't know what happened. And I just said, fuck it. And I went just trimming from thigh to the whole goddamn foot. The little hairs on my toes and on my, what do you call the part of your foot that's facing upward towards you? My top feet. My thigh, my top feet, to my toe. Just took it all. Not entirely. I'm not baby silk. I got little I look like a girl who hasn't shaved in about 7 days probably. Was that fair? Minus like it's not thick stubbly, cause I didn't do a full shaving job. I just went down. Go with the groove. Don't go against the grain. Go with the grain. Take that piece of advice with you. If for some reason you've been shaving your stuff and you're like, hey man, what's with all these razor bumps and ingrown hairs? Well, fucking learn how to take care of your shit, dude. So just down. Trim it. Problem is, sure feels weird when I put pants on. Sure feels weird when you slip on undies for like the first 3 days. And a little bit colder. A little bit colder. Not too sure how I got here. Next. So, what is this? Next note. I'm gonna read this out loud with you and try to process it with you. Self-vicious supermarket buys. Self-vicious. Why did I write self-vicious? I think vicious is a typo. I don't know. But in parentheses, it says pizza rolls. I think I'm talking about bad ideas. That's what this podcast is, baby. Uh, Pizza rolls are delicious, but I guess as like my snack, I just been getting pizza rolls lately. I don't care. I get like the bag of 50. That sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's like $4 or $5, probably like 4 or 5 servings. If you're me, like 3, because I put like 15, 20 in the oven at a time. Yeah, but if you're not looking to make a real meal and as an adult try to parry away about 4 hours of starvation, pizza rolls ain't too bad. I eat pizza all the time. What's wrong with putting them in little pockets? You know? So, self-vicious. I'm not sure what that typo is. Self-conscious. It was meant to be self-conscious supermarket buys, because I remember putting my pizza rolls in my basket and I'm traveling around the old bodega, and I'm trying to get more consciously better things. I'm consciously trying to acquire the goods. So I think this time I just came back from the store today. A completely different purchase than when I wrote this note. But I remember I brought like a pack of salmon, or is that even a pack of salmon? Do you know what I mean? Do you even buy your own food before we moving on? I bought good shit, and then I had this bag of pizza rolls sticking out. And I'm walking around and I'm like, man, let me hide these things. And I just shove them deeper into the basket. Not really self-conscious. Didn't matter, because when I went to the self-checkout and I pull out 2 giant family-sized frozen pizza pies and the pizza rolls, that salmon looks like a decoy. Yeah, right? Not gonna make real broccoli. A lot of work. I'll buy the frozen broccoli and microwave that shit. Self-conscious buys. I try to hide my bad purchases with some good stuff. The scale is really imbalanced. You want to be my supermarket sugar mama. Remember, sugar mama. I play on one side of the field, in case you were wondering. Bring it on. All right, next. A side note, I'm not really the biggest fan of like using my notes for recording. I typically find them distracting, and since I'd rather talk like this. Like I said, like I started this because I was playing my game, I was chilling, like I'm kind of potatoing out, craving a popsicle, whatever. And I had to get through the dialogue of my game, and I mute the bitch, and I come here, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like doing this. Like I literally, ugh. I'm starting to hate. There's got to be a better way to address when something comes to mind or something you're doing is being addressed outside of saying literally. I literally stopped my game to do this. I'm just anyway, yeah, impulses. Control them. Do them. Do what the fuck you want to do if it's productive for you. People waste a lot of time. My god. Yeah, before I even get to the last note, which is enormous. And like I said, it gets tough reading my notes because one, it can be distracting. The dependency on referring to a note can be more distracting than being more natural with what I'm trying to just blab about. I feel like talking, let's just talk. Versus looking at my phone and now feeling like I'm tied to a script of some kind, which I totally shred and shatter. Like you give me a note, I'm probably just gonna burst right through it. I think I'm much better at being responsive. So if there's a topic in the air, which I would love to have someone else on here, and I may have them soon. We'll see. I've got maybe 2 people in mind. Maybe not together, but maybe. Anyway, one of them, I had a great friend in mind. I'm not gonna say a name. Great friend in mind. I'm 1,000% sure you don't know the person, so I'll just drop details. And if they hear this, whoops, love you. But I believe their dog just passed, and they hit obviously a sad period, and the communication has dropped off big time. And I'm not really one to lately. Lately, I'm not really one to fight for attention and kind of be up your ass unless it's ultra important. But something like this, we were just getting to know each other too. You know, we're gaming friends from a distance as well. Like, I don't really know this person incredibly well, but the chats we were having were getting to this point of like, wow, it'd be nice to get to know you through this kind of medium. It was a shared interest, and we'd probably talk about anything. I would assume though it'd be a mixture of Twitch streaming, how they got into it, probably aliens. I had to sum it up. Sorry, space stuff. That sounds better, right? Space stuff, and just picking each other's brains. Minimum half hour, but whatever. It is what it is, you know. I'll cast this seed into the ether, and maybe it'll just die in the soil. But I had someone in mind, and that fell through. I got another friend in mind. He's a great communicator, very goofy guy. Problem is, extremely busy. Very hard, I think, to nab him down. And either way, my point is that having someone else to communicate with kind of helps time fly. If you're not overthinking it, which notes do make me do. So I'll look at my notes and I'll bam, 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 and keep it moving. Where were we? Right? I don't know. Yep, I don't know where I was before that stuff. It's a shame. I hit record and I can't turn back. Oh, right. So do stuff, productive stuff. This is back to like random ass advice, I guess. General. What do we? Is there a segment? Can I name segments? By the way, I'm dying. I'm exaggerating. I'm dying to use imagery of some kind. If I had the focus, maybe with like predetermined is not the way to put it. Prepared. If I had prepared tabs on like my browser and stuff, it'd be very easy for me to pull it up here. And instead of seeing this rainbow graphic or whatever, you would see more imagery to associate with what I'm speaking of. And I think it'd be more engaging. And you know, things happen. Like I said, I got the urge to do this, I dove in to do it. But if you're ever feeling like doing anything that you really want to do, assuming you can find the time, totally recommend you do that. It can suck. It's probably going to be choppy. You're probably, assuming you're a perfectionist or even an insecure person, you're going to want to change things and do it again. And that's good. Don't worry about it. Do it. Do whatever it is you want to do. Feel like dropping down and doing 5 push-ups? Go ahead, bro. Assuming you're in good health. I mean, everything has its boundaries is not the right word, but everything's got its thing. I'm just trying to encourage you. Be yourself. And hopefully that doesn't mean telling me to fuck off. So, Kermit the Frog. Something else slipped through the cracks there when I was yapping. Engagement. The word engagement comes to mind, which is now I'm definitely digging through my phone. Last week I had posted some random questions on my Instagram story, and I wanted to pick at the results. So let's find them and see what comes to me. Super hype. No, I don't think anyone here cares about Final Fantasy 14. Online game. I love it. A new expansion was announced. I'm super hyped for it. Fucking super cool trailer. Anyway, where is the... There we are. Alrighty then. I said there we are, and guess what? I don't have it. I'm still scrolling. I did find another one though, an older one. I have an older one that was, I asked people, tell your teenage self 5 words. Or let's rephrase that, reword that. What 5 words would you tell your teenage self? I got a few submissions. I think only one of them I didn't really want to post, but I did anyway. And the first one I have saved here. I'm lying, I'm skipping ahead. Someone said, tell everyone to fuck off. Well, I can see why, but be nice if you thought a bit more positively, dear. Da 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 da. A lot of it was kind of uplifting, right? Like another friend of mine said, take embroidery way more seriously. They're heavy into embroidery right now, and collecting their materials and organizing stuff. Which, high five. Someone else said, fuck love and get that moolah. I can't really argue with that, but I'm a sucker for love, and that's probably why I'm broke. Another friend said, your dreams are not stupid. And they definitely cheated and added 3 more words. Nor are you. That one's absolutely personal for that person. But yeah, I don't think your dreams are stupid. That's gonna come into play here in a few minutes as we discussed what went on during my sleep. Another person said, do I even have it? Nope. Nope. I guess I don't. I should have really organized my files. Wow. I mean, is there not like a folder on here that's there it is, like an Instagram folder? Let's see. Yeah, another friend of mine said you are beautiful and smart, which is the pretty close to polar opposite compared to everyone else. That was a little bit harsher with themselves. Kind of blows my mind I don't have those other shots. I had polls up that had questions like here, one of them was choose the one that first choose the one that your inner voice. Let's start again. Choose the one that your inner voice said first. And the options were mom, option A, and option B was dad. At first, it was overwhelmingly in favor of mom, like 6-0. I was like, wow. And then I thought maybe I played myself because I said choose the one that your inner voice said first. And as you read it, the first option is mom. Kind of accidental hypnotic shit there. And then the dad answers started coming in. People started choosing fathers. And before overthinking the person and why, initially, I was like, wow, everyone's picking their mom. I'd probably pick mom too. I have my reasons. I'm sure they have theirs. TMI, maybe not, whatever. I think I mentioned it before. My mom passed if I'm speaking too fast, my bad. But my mom passed when I was like 15, 16. Didn't really grow up with my dad. I know the guy, he's alive, had experiences with him, but like just, yeah, big time. Mom. I've seen mothers choose mom. I saw people who are not mothers, just regular old folk like me, pick mom. And then I saw the dad votes roll in. One of them I knew. I don't know why they didn't choose mom. I'm not sure what their relationship is with their mother, but they chose dad. And I know that they love their dad. I've seen posts from this person. I believe their dad has passed as well. So, I don't mean to shrug it off. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot more there. I don't know it. I just know that the dad passed and they were really close, and that made sense for the little bit that I knew. Another friend of mine chose dad, and I have no reason at all to know why. Makes me wonder. I'm curious. Maybe we'll... This is a note for me more than it is for you, but maybe we'll figure that out later. I don't know. Episode 700, right? Whatever. And then 2 more people chose dad. One of them I absolutely know nothing about. Again, made me curious. I wonder. And the other... Yeah, I got no fucking idea. No clue. Another question I asked was, are you offended by people who do not wear face mask in public? And I think no one. Granted, it was a small pool of votes, but no, as in they take no offense to maskless folk, won the poll, I think 6-5. And I got really into analyzing this one because at first, when I saw the no's rolling in, as if there were hundreds, right? I just said there were 6. But when I first saw the no's, they were tied, in my opinion, to people who are more outgoing. But there were also yes answers, people who were offended by maskless folk, people who go to work routinely, daily, people who have kids, people who don't have kids, people who may or may not have lost family members and all that. It goes on all sides, whatever. But the people who are not offended, I'm just curious if it boils down to, it's a free country, do whatever you want. If it's something like that, then I don't really agree. Nor do I really care to dig deeper past that. I would expect, maybe I'm being greedy, I'd expect a better, quote unquote better, broader reply than just do whatever you want. If that's the case, then people can just slap you. Do whatever you want. But then I started tying the yeses to people who are more outgoing because one of them I know is rather consistently, compared to my standards, really outgoing. Goes out skiing a lot, has a lot of friends and very social. Another one I previously dated, extremely outgoing gal. Another one is not exactly outgoing, but very I don't give a fuck towards many things. And hey, if you know what you are, I love you. Yeah, most people who said no were more. I can't find the right word. I'm stuck on outgoing, but I'm trying to find something else to help explain it. In the end, though, it just surprised me. 6-5. Doesn't take any offense. I can't say I'm sitting there angry and I've been on a bus back when COVID was early and raging. Is that stupid to say? It's still raging, right? Back in the early COVID days, as if it's been going on for all my life. I remember being on a bus and I was going to see my dad. And about halfway through the bus ride, this guy comes on and does everything you could imagine an asshole to do, general public at least, right? In my opinion, sits, man spreads. Yeah, I said man spreads. Wide open legs, maskless, but to take a drink, I got it. And then stays there, maskless. And then starts talking, bro. Just fucking random. He didn't come in with anyone. He's just talking to people. Another guy who was adjacent to him, you like that? Was kind of giving him a hint, hand gestures to his, what do you call this? His face is just giving hand gestures. And the guy's like, what? He's like, I got the hint. He's trying to ask, you don't have a mask? And the guy's like, does it bother you? You want to say something about it? It's like, what? Why is it getting to this point? That's what I'm thinking now. Why is it always... why is a unhappy dickhead gotta always escalate things? Anyway, beside him is an older woman, Spanish. And she's communicating with him in Spanish about the necessities of a mask. And then the whole conspiracy theory shit starts, and then some other fuckface who's near me now is jumping in on it, and they're just having this chit chatter, and for the most part, everyone's trying to ignore them. There's not really any authoritative figure here. Maybe if I was 6'2" and jacked with my dick and balls and my pocket boxers, I'd be ready to be like, hey, strap on your face, strap these nuts on your face and cover your mouth. Maybe. But you just sit there and you take it. The free country, bro. It's just a nuisance. And blatant. I think I can call it blatant. Blatant. Disregard may not be the way I put it, but disrespect is pretty easy to put it. It's a pretty easy way to put it. And I say that because I guess if you're the 1 in 100 who's going against the grain, and you can have all the reasons in the world. Like fuck the COVID part. Like just anything else. Totally, I get it. But in this scenario, in a closed environment with like it's a bus and the old woman next to him and who knows who else is out there with shitty health and stuff. It was just kind of douchey, you know. So the people who said yeah that they were sorry, the people who said no that they were not offended by the maskless folk. I was just curious their own experiences. Sorry, I'm not trying to say you guys are dicks, but yeah, just curious. I don't know if I can remember my other questions. I'm scrolling through my images again, and I'm very shocked I didn't save. I could have freaking swore I saved them. And they're not there. That's a bummer. I'm still looking, because I'm hard-headed. Just give me no more time. All right, fuck that. So we'll go to the meat of this thing. One of my last notes, which sprawled into multiple branches of its own, was about dreams. I had a dream. The first note is soap water sink dream ? I had a dream that I was in a hospital or something. And I do distinctly remember my back being to the door. Like totally remember. And I know there was a TV on, but I don't know what was on it. The room kind of had a hotel vibe because there was a sink and a personal fridge. But I knew it was not like a hotel. It was definitely like a hospital. And one of my uncles was there, the youngest one. And we talked the most, I guess, out of the whole group of us. And I don't know what the hell we were yapping about. But at one point I go to the sink to wash dishes, and it's a dual sink, you know? You got two sides, two drains, whatever. One of them's loaded with dishes. And I'm cleaning them, and I don't really pay mind to the other side. I'm just cleaning the side with dirty dishes, and I'm cleaning everything down, and I'm done. But when I'm done, I notice the other side is full of soap and water. I didn't care in the dream at all. But I remember looking at it, I made a mental note in the dream. Like, sink full of soapy water. That's unusual. Then him and I kept talking, and I don't remember where else that dream was, but just interesting to me. Of course I Googled it. I don't remember the meaning. I don't at all. But if you want to look it up, whatever you find, I most likely read. And I do remember at the time thinking, yeah, it made sense. I think it had something to do with like something about being a bit of an authoritative figure, not in a harsh, demanding type of way, but just something like people were waiting for my decision, make a decision, or to speak my mind. I don't recall if it had anything. I don't recall if it. Well, I don't recall remembering. Isn't recall and remembering the same thing? I don't recall if it had anything to do with emotional stuff. I think it had something to do with decision making. And I don't really know if I made decisions either. I thought I did at the time. Quick associative thinking type of stuff. Because right away, him and I was telling him the dream, and him and I were texting throughout the morning. Adjusting my seat here. We were texting throughout the morning, and he just thought it was weird. You know when you get like really basic replies, like LOL, okay. All right, good talk. But part 2 of that dream, which came out of nowhere, You know when you're dreaming and the camera just moves or the scene changes? You don't really travel. Maybe you did. I don't remember traveling. Just suddenly ended up in a scene. And it was at his old bedroom in my grandma's old apartment in the Bronx. But everything was dark. The room was the same. Can't say the smell was the same, but the room was the same, but it was really dark. And there was just light coming from the window, or a window. I don't remember what took my attention. I remember holding something, like I was maybe reading something or looking through a book or photos, I don't know what, but I was holding something. And then kind of one by one, other family members started walking in. And my first thought was, huh? Like, what are you guys doing here? And in one way or another, we all were looking at, not looking directly at the window, but facing the window. Kind of, stacking around me to look at what I was holding. I don't know. And that ended. I woke up. There was also a blip in that dream where I was naked for a second and someone else walked in. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And they just didn't care. So whatever. That was day one. Weird dreams. But I had more. Coming up. Oh boy. I forgot about this one. Good thing I wrote it, huh? I had another one that was about, here's the first line. Happy birthday gone wrong. I'm gonna read this one because I'd be barely pulling strings if I try to tell you what it is right now from the top of my mind. So here we go. Happy birthday gone wrong. And there's gonna be some typos here. So when I pause, it's because I have to like decipher what I wrote. I remember I woke up and just wrote out whatever came, like what I could remember. So bear with me. Okay. Happy birthday gone wrong. Mom was wanted like by officials, like police officials. Mom was wanted while her boyfriend was preparing. Ugh. I need some water here. It feels weird when I speak too fast, like I'm skipping syllables. I'm either mumbling or skipping syllables. All right, one more time. Take 37. Okay. Mom was wanted while her boyfriend was preparing her cake and such. There was ATF or I don't know what waiting outside trying to raid the house. What the fuck? I was trying to figure out if they even had the right house without getting shot at. So I stepped out, but I was told to just turn the porch lights on and go back inside. Porch lights, we're in a house. So that's extra super new. That's like super new. Okay. So I did. And when they raided the place, it was more like I just welcomed them to come in. So I went back in, turned the porch lights on. They eventually came in anyway, but I welcomed them to come in because it was Mom's birthday and I was trying to like keep it cool, you know? So, dreams. They figured out it was a birthday and followed my mom's boyfriend who was holding the candlelit cake. He assumed it was more family behind him as he led the way towards her because everyone is in separate rooms here at some point. So the boyfriend's in a room with L cake. ATF's coming in the front door. I'm welcoming them, and everyone's on the way to the mom. Dreams. Let's see. The officers or agents waited for the birthday song to finish before issuing their reason to arrest her. But I heard no words. It was just so strange. Yeah. That was a weird one. Yeah, I remember we arrived like before her and everyone was singing happy birthday. And they were just standing like behind me, like trying to hide their weapons, but trying to be cordial. Like, oh, all right, let's let this slide. And then right when the song was over, they came in like, hey, you gotta go. And everyone was so confused. But I'm burping now from the water. But it just went smooth. So the person, mom, was handcuffed and then just let outside, and I woke up. Weird. That's that dream. I had a second one. Wow, what is this? Alright, I don't know. So let's see. Oh, I remember this one too. Holy shit. Alright. By the way, this shows you I'm sober. If I don't smoke pot for long enough of a time, which has been about 2 months now, I get a lot of wonky dreams. The second dream the same night was, again, I'm reading. Back at my mom's old place, and this dream has more backstory to it that I can't recall. Something to do with the front door and also the hallway. Also my computer. I guess I was expecting someone that I didn't even invite over. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I meant there. There's a lot going on there. Anyway, they were insistent on visiting, but at the time, sorry. They were insistent on visiting, but as the time, and I wrote that in quotes, as the time came closer, so did their window of opportunity. Huh. I'm gonna restart that, because that even has me wondering. Okay. Back at my mom's old place. That's the apartment that I grew up in with my mom, is what I mean. Which is also in the Bronx. Anyway, back at my mom's old place, and this dream has some more backstory to it that I can't recall. So something was already going on. I was literally in it was continuing something. I had no idea what it was continuing. I kind of just dropped into something. So something to do with the front door and the hallway. Okay. Also my computer. And I guess I was expecting someone that I did not invite over, but they were insistent on visiting. Just as their time came closer, so did their window of opportunity. I guess things were all colliding at once here, it seems. A lot of moments were happening, and I knew they were all going to collide at a particular time, but I had no idea what the fuck it was going to be. So anyway, time ran slow in this dream, but I do remember 6 p.m. being a marker of sorts. Anyway, I walked to the rear of the apartment at some point, and there was a mouse skittering away. I shouldn't even say skitter, but he definitely ran into the bathroom. Before that, he was in the cat litter. When the hell did I get a cat? I had a cat as a child, and I lived here as a child. Anyway, turns out the cat kicked a poo nugget out of his litter tray. Okay. That's why the mouse was there. I also had a recently acquired quilt thrown on the floor, maybe 2 feet away from the litter box. This blanket is real, actually. I actually wrote that. This blanket is legitimately real too, and currently balled up beside my bedside window, on top of an ottoman. In the dream, I picked it up, shook it out, and then I woke up, I guess. That was a weird one. There's a lot of things about also the hallway was different. I remember the part where I said I'm walking to the back of the apartment and I found the poop and the mouse and stuff. Visually, I knew the walk, but everything was different because there weren't things on the wall. I remember having like shelves on the wall, and there was like a dresser in the hall. Anyway, but yeah, the cat poo, the litter box, the blanket, the mouse, that was all just a bizarre collection of things, but really out of place. It confused me. And despite everything going on, no one was home. So that was a weird dream. Yeah, that's 2 dreams in one night. That was a weird one. Day 2. I don't even know if it was the following day or not, but this is definitely a dream I had recently that I told a few friends already. This one's long-ish. Okay, I met Mia Khalifa. It turns out she moved into my grandma's old apartment in the Bronx. Again, like going back to places I grew up in. Very weird. It made no sense, and there were even some old elements left behind, like some boxes that I remember an uncle having. It took me a while to recognize that she had put some awfully placed wallpaper on one of the walls. It was a floral design, but it didn't match. There was about 2 or 3 poorly placed wallpapers on this one wall. And I don't remember how we got back to her place, because we were just joking and talking elsewhere beforehand. Beforehand, we lived out a Destiny raid in real life. Well, it was actually like 2 separate missions. Our first was just her and I, and it was okay. I can't recall the details, but it ended positively and excited her. We continued hanging out because of the productivity from the first mission, and despite that, she was consistently really hard on herself and really vulnerable to anyone's attention as well. That part was difficult to adjust to, because she became more guarded to people around us the longer the dream went. It was a process of earning her trust. So I said Mia Khalifa, but I don't even know if it was her. The face was extremely similar, and I don't remember giant fake boobs, so I don't know. But I do remember she was super critical of herself constantly, and I had to like not feed it. But every time we did something productive without me, I guess, swooning, it was great. Like the trust built, it was funny, everything was cool. It was nice. But yeah, I remember a bunch of other dudes being around and everyone like being on her balls constantly, just like flirty, begging for attention. It was so weird. And then it was like reciprocated, at least like not genuinely, but the attention and the kindness was reciprocated, and it was like, ugh, like what a waste of energy. Anyway, second mission we did involved my friends. They didn't know who she was, and that was fantastic for me. Some of them were puzzled, like, who is this noob that I've brought along? Regardless, the mission was unlike anything in the game currently. Destiny is a video game, if you're wondering. And that was fun. Even one of my friends who never plays Destiny was present, and he was 100% absolutely himself. Just the way he spoke, joked, and complained. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, the routes we took were narrow and dangerous. We had to climb through vents, and then I wrote an ellipses. So the routes we took were narrow and dangerous. We had to climb through vents and ... anyway. I avoided writing multiple details here, but it was a really long movie-like process of like balancing over beams and crawling through vents and all types of shit. Anyway, we beat it with barely a second to spare, the mission, that is. Our rewards didn't surprise us, but it was just a fun experience. Mia had never achieved this reward, so through gaming geekiness, she lit up even more and started to trust me further. I guess that may have been the catalyst that brought us back to her home, back to my grandma's old apartment. At some point I asked when could she have moved in here, because it felt like we, family and I, just cleared the place out about a week or 2 ago. Well, she seemingly moved in right after. And then we had that chat about how life is so strange and the luck of coincidence or fate. I didn't have a wet dream, I swear, but we did kiss, and it was pretty powerful because I don't think I've ever kissed a woman for such a goddamn long time. At least not like that. It wasn't sloppy and pornographic, it was slow and hypnotic, like it was meant to be remembered and cherished. All in all, I didn't even notice her enormous fake boobs. 4 out of 5 stars, good dream. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had another one last night that I don't remember. So, dreams are weird. And that's all I got. That's all I got. I don't know if you guys have dreams to share, but if you do, feel free to let me know whether they're weird or goofy or comedic, or they ended up becoming some strange reality like some prophecy or omen or a guide. I think guides are really powerful. I think they're hard to come by. It's really, really easy to get distracted. But I love a guide. Guides are great. Some people are all about Jesus and shit. Some people use moon rocks. I don't know, right? I like the moon. I like the moon and my dreams and intuition, right? Whatever that means. It's all perspective. I've got a whole rant I think I could go on about perspective. But I gotta wrap this up. And yeah. Yeah, I mean, one of the last notes I skipped was revenge jokes. And I have no jokes written under revenge jokes, but that note was inspired by an old joke that I made maybe 15 years ago. A friend wanted an idea for how to get revenge on someone. And I said, wait till it's freezing cold outside and take a shit on their windshield, their car. Yep, that's all I got. All right, thanks for listening. Yo, reach out to me wherever, however, I don't care. The Instagram page, it's Killvash. I have yet to make a account for this pod. On Twitch, also Killvash. On Twitter, I'm Potato Vash, but I never really use Twitter. And here, I don't know, comment if you want. Whatever, DM me. I don't know. With ideas, questions, suggestions, like I said, your random dreams. Anything you want to relate to, bro. Wide open door. But thanks, and bye-bye.